Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and sometimes I like to celebrate, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah. And he's a network engineer, and together we are Tabletop Coffee.
Yeah, where we are bold and never ever bitter.
And tonight we're talking about celebrations.
Yeah, celebrate.
Makes me think Woo! Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
Yeah, I liked the Robert Palmer song. That we had a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that was good too. I'll put the link to that
if you want to watch a Robert Palmer
addicted to love. Yeah, that we actually did that topic and it was really good.
It was a good topic.
Yeah, but now we're talking about celebrations. And so where are we going with this?
Well, I think it comes up and can be really good, or it can be problematic for couples.
Right.
Because not too long ago, I had a couple in, and we were talking through some pieces, and then I said, are there any challenges? They were doing really quite well, and I said, are there any challenges that are on the horizon for you?
Okay.
And he says, yeah. He says, birthday and anniversary. He said, we just got past Valentine's Day, so we have this trifecta of trouble spots. We had Valentine's Day, we have anniversary coming up, and a birthday coming up.
Right.
And he said, I said, well, tell me about Valentine's Day. And he said, well, it was really super stressful for me.
Really? Okay.
And his wife was puzzled and said, it was stressful for you? And he goes, oh yeah, I didn't want to screw things up for us. And she says, well, why is Valentine's Day stressful? I've made it really clear for you about how I wanted to celebrate it. And he was talking about the pressure that he had to come up with the perfect gift.
Yeah,
and how much money do I spend on it?
Right.
And she was looking at him like he had four heads. And she says, I've made it really clear to you that I think Valentine's Day is a silly day, and I want it celebrated in a silly way.
Okay.
So, I like the candy, I like the balloons, I like a funny card. I just think it's kind of silly, and I want it celebrated in kind of a silly way.
So instead of a romantic something deep, just keep it very simple, kind of like school days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give somebody little hearts on a little card.
Yeah, we had the Quaker oat box that you can turn into a mailbox and put it in there.
I remember that.
And he says, are you serious? Because, he was thinking, she wanted more of a high maintenance thing. And she says, no, I've told you. But he was fearful that she was not being serious and that she was saying, I want it simple. But then he was fearful that she was expecting him to come through in a grand way. And then if he didn't come through in a grand way, then he'd be in the doghouse.
So is this this is going a little bit down a different topic, but it's kind of in the same ballpark because, I think as a man, going through that process, if my wife were to tell me, oh, no, we don't need to do anything for my birthday. We don't need to do anything for this. Now, for my wife, it's true. We would much rather go on trips. But I have heard and seen many times, and people talk about this as far as, different celebrations, that if one or the other says, no, it's not important to me, it really is important, but they're not being truthful in letting the other person know.
You can't do that. Now, I don't know if we've talked about this on a different video or not. I think you and I may have talked about this.
Right.
This whole, let's go back to Valentine's Day.
Yeah. When
I worked at the hospital more than, it was 18 years ago now.
Okay.
I would come into work on Valentine's Day, and the nurses would say, what did you get Kim for Valentine's Day? And I would say, nothing.
Nothing.
And they would the air would be sucked out of the room. They were fearful for me going home and getting a throat punch. And I said, no, we've talked about it. And then they were like, no, well, she didn't really mean that. And then I said to one of my coworkers, I said, we've had this conversation. Kim says she does not want to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Right.
And I said, are you telling me that she's a liar? And her reply to me was, all women are liars.
Yeah. Oh,
And so
okay.
I went home and told Kim the story, and Kim was ticked off. She's like, I've told you how I want it to be celebrated.
Right.
And if I wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day, I would want you to celebrate Valentine's Day, but I don't.
Okay.
So I honor that, and I'm not fearful that she's telling me one thing, but expecting me to come through in a grand way, and you know.
Yeah. So that rolls into birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas. You know, again, for us, for Lisa and I, we decided a long time ago, push all that aside. Any money that we would put towards one of those celebrations, put it towards a fund to go somewhere. You know, we love to travel, but that works for us. But again, what you're talking about and what the other person was saying to you, all women lie.
Yeah.
I think that men are fearful of that from
I think that's true.
most of their wives or girlfriends or whoever they're with, because sometimes we would tend to say, no, it's not that important, trying to let the other person off the hook, but then we get our feelings hurt when something doesn't happen and we're really wanting it to happen.
Yeah, you can't say,
We have to be
I'm
honest.
okay, I don't really want anything for Valentine's Day.
Right.
And then be ticked off or hurt when he doesn't come through the door with flowers.
Right.
So you really have to be gut level honest about how you would like it to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to that first couple I was talking about.
Right.
She was very honest with him. She says, I want it celebrated in a silly
Okay,
way.
good.
I don't want a lot of money spent on it. She said, but for my birthday coming up, I want some cash.
Okay.
I want some cash spent on me. I like it. I like a little more dumped on me during that time.
Right.
He was like, okay, I'm okay with that, just so I
Sure.
really know what you're expecting.
Right.
So it's truly honesty is
that's
the
really
best
good.
policy. It really, really is.
Yeah, and I think that is true for all of us to help the other person in everything that we do. And it goes back to, we talked about request making.
Oh yeah.
And this really falls into, once again, request making and being honest with the other person and making the request and saying, yes, I really do enjoy this. It was, Christmas was always big at our house. I enjoy it being more than just a little bit of, gift here and there. But, Valentine's Day doesn't matter, birthday doesn't matter, whatever. And I think that's great.
Yeah, so have conversations about Valentine's Day, have conversations about birthdays, have conversations about Christmas or any other holiday. Have conversations about what your expectations are as a couple, and don't say one thing and then expect the other person to come through. So I think sometimes people think, if I say no and then he or she comes along and does it anyway, it's more special. That's
sure, that's true.
So I think that is sometimes part of it, but that's not a good way. And that's not a master couple. We talked about the masters and disasters.
Right.
And master couples decide how they want to do things. They communicate that clearly, including how they want celebrations to be done.
Yeah, and man, I tell you what, I'm just going to throw links to every video we've done up here, because this reminds me also of the magic 5.5 hours. Because if you spend that time together each week and you're letting the other person know about what's going on during your week, you're also spending enough time and getting to know that person enough to be able to be more honest and lay these things out with each other. Yeah.
Hey, hope you liked our content. If you did, please subscribe. Keith would appreciate that.
Yes, please. And ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Put some comments down below about how you like celebrations to be done and how you and your significant other choose to do it. I think the comments would be helpful for people.
I think so too.
Make sure to like it.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time. So, we're celebrating tonight. We're celebrating a lot of things tonight.
Absolutely.
Ashley and Kyle would be happy to see me in this shirt. I don't wear this shirt a lot.
Oh, the UVA shirt.
It's not a logo shirt, but it does have, well, I guess it is technically a logo shirt because it shows the school name, but it doesn't have a little horse or a polo or anything.
No, just the UVA.
Yeah. So we're talking about celebrations.
We are.
Welcome, everybody, to Tabletop Coffee. I'm Keith Dunn. That threw everything off.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.